Welcome to the Nintendo Power Zone, guys. It's your boy Nice1983 with a brand new unboxing video, and I am super excited for this one. So what we have here today is a ThinkGeek exclusive, which also means you're going to be able to find it at GameStop, which kind of fundamentally hurts the word exclusive, but since GameStop owns ThinkGeek, they are one and the same entity. So yeah, this is the ThinkGeek exclusive Light Up Pikachu, and guys, this is the new trend. We're seeing this a lot lately. Light up video game products like the Pixel Pals line or the Paladin line. You're starting to see a lot more of these video game nightlight type things, and I honestly think these are awesome products, and it's cool that different companies are getting in on different things. Now, this product right here kind of is a little bit bittersweet because I honestly think this is the kind of property that Pixel Pals should be striving to get. I mean, the Pixel Pals line hasn't really evolved very much. They've added characters from like Batman, and we're gonna get a Master Chief Pixel Pal later on down the line. These are cool additions, except for the fact that they keep releasing them in the Mega Man body style, which some of these characters have no business being in the Mega Man body style. If you haven't seen the Master Chief, I've seen a few pictures online. It's literally Master Chief with Mega Man's body, and I find that to be blasphemous, and it's just a very bad misuse of, you know, an amazing product line that, you know, PDP has at its hands, and they're screwing it up little by little. And if this keeps up, it's gonna, you know, the fans are not gonna want to buy Pixel Pals anymore because they're not getting anything, you know, fundamentally better than what they were getting before. So, you know, ThinkGeek is getting in on the, you know, character side of things with the Pokemon franchise, and they bring in us a Light Up Pikachu, and it's adorable. And now, ThinkGeek, they don't make a whole lot of products themselves, but the products they do make, we've reviewed them here on the channel before, and they score pretty high. ThinkGeek has really good product design, so I'm really excited to get into a character light that they themselves have made. So with that being said, Light Up Pikachu, let's go ahead and take a look at the box first, okay guys? Okay, so at the top of the box we have the Pokemon Gotta Catch 'Em All logo. Right next to that you have a picture of Pikachu looking all happy, running on all four legs, and right behind Pikachu is a Pokeball. Then you have the recommended ages, so this is for 6 and up. In the center of the box, it's an open window display, and you can see Pikachu. You can actually feel Pikachu. This is the kind of box that kind of upsets me, though. I hate the thought of somebody being able to touch what I'm about to buy, get it dirty, scuff up the figure. It's just a personal thing, but it normally won't stop me from buying a product if I really want to get it. So right next to that we have a Try Me button. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at that in a minute, but moving over to the right side of the box, you have the Light Up Pikachu, and then you have it in different languages. Then you have your warnings, which are really glaring right there on the front of the box. So everybody should just see these, be aware of these. Parents, you see these warnings, make sure you abide by them when you buy one of these for your kids. Anyway guys, let's go ahead and take a look at the side of the box now. So looking at the side of the box, there's not a whole lot going on here, but up at the top, it does let you know that this light has a 10-minute auto shut-off, which is great for conserving the battery life because this thing does take batteries. We're going to get into that when we start doing a little bit more of the review, because I kind of have mixed feelings on batteries for this specific product. At the bottom of the box it says battery powered, and there's a nice little picture of the Pikachu light lit up, and he looks cute. So let's go ahead and look at the back of the box. Alright, so here on the back of the box we have the Pokemon Gotta Catch 'Em All logo. We have the same picture of running smiley happy Pikachu. We have the Pokeball. We have the description, Light Up Pikachu. Then you have a great picture of it lit up sitting next to a Pokeball. I'm willing to guess that's the same ThinkGeek serving bowl that we reviewed here on the channel. It looks about to be the right size. Over in the the left hand corner of the box you have the ThinkGeek logo. And that's very important because, like we said earlier, this is a ThinkGeek exclusive. We don't have any official Nintendo, you know, seal of quality seal. So let's just go ahead and move on to the other side of the box. So this side of the box is identical to the other side of the box. Not a lot going on here, so we're just going to go ahead and get rid of it. Alright, so we got Pikachu out of the box, and it looks great. It really does. He's just adorable. This is a great design for this product. And it's very, very similar to the portable charger that they released a few months ago. And that's cool. I thought that was a great pose. There are a few key differences between that product and this product. This product is larger by maybe 2 or 3 inches, and it's also made of a soft vinyl, whereas the portable charger was a hard plastic. This soft vinyl is so that it can allow light to shine through it. It looks really, really nice, and it feels nice. So let's go ahead and take a look at it from a different angle now, okay guys? Alright, so we turn the figure to the side, and this looks a nice look for the Pikachu. You see the tails, you get a good look at the ears, you see how round Pikachu is. Even though Pikachu has gotten a little bit more slender throughout the years, he's still pretty round. You just kind of want to give him a hug type of look. So it looks good from this angle, but let's go ahead and take a look at it from the back now, okay guys? Alright guys, so we're looking at Pikachu from the back, and this is where my favorite part of the design of this figure shines. And no pun intended when I say that this figure shines. Seriously though, the tail. Most Pikachu toys make the tail separate from the figure itself, and it's normally just attached to the back of the figure. Not true in this case. This is one of the few Pikachus that has the tail molded onto the basic figure itself, and that's a design choice that I thoroughly appreciate. I hate it when the Pikachu tail is its own separate piece and they're flimsy and they feel cheap and they come off. This is a great design choice that ThinkGeek made, and I really appreciate it. I'm glad it's part of the figure itself. It makes this figure way better. Now guys, let's go ahead and take a look at it from the other side now, okay? Alright, just taking a look at Pikachu from this side profile, it still looks really good. You still see the tail, you see the brown stripes that Pikachu has on his back. You get a nice look at his red cheek sacs, and it just looks really cool from this angle. This really is a really great representation of Pikachu, and I love that. You know, you wouldn't think that ThinkGeek has this level of quality design when it comes to doing stuff like this. I mean, this is something that PDP could really learn from when it comes to the Pixelpal line, making things a little bit, you know, more in-game accurate, other than the 8-bit representations that PDP has been making with the Pixelpals line. I really think this stands out in a way that the Pixelpals do not. So, really appreciate this design. But guys, let's slide into comparison time real quick, okay? Alright guys, it's comparison time, and what I have on the table is another ThinkGeek product. This is the Pikachu Portable Charger. So you can take a look and you see how similar the designs are on these two products. But there are some key differences here, and I just really want to point out those differences right off the bat. First thing you should notice is the size discrepancy between the two. The light up Pikachu is about 2 inches bigger than the portable charger. That makes sense because the portable charger is portable. You're gonna have to carry it with you if this is something that you're gonna use. We reviewed it earlier. We did not like its functionality all that much, but we thought the design was great, and we still feel that way. The design choice they made to use AAA batteries, not a good look for them. Anyway, the design was great, so it got a passable review from us here at the Nintendo Power Zone. But guys, let's go ahead and look at it from another angle so we can talk a little bit more about the differences between these two products. Alright, so looking at it from another angle, you start to see more key differences. The major point being is the tail. Again, on the light up Pikachu, the tail is molded to the Pikachu body, whereas here on the portable Pikachu charger, it is a separate piece, and it looks flimsy, and it is flimsier than the rest of this portable charger is, but it doesn't hurt it too much. Over here you can see the USB port plug, so that's basically essential for the functionality, whereas the light up Pikachu won't need anything like that. And guys, right here at the bottom you have your on-off switch, but you also see where the battery port is different on the light up Pikachu than it is on the Pikachu portable charger. Guys, but now it's time to test out the functionality, so let's see what this thing looks like when the lights are turned off. Pikachu, use flash attack! So Pikachu is all lit up and I turn off the lights, and this thing is surprisingly bright. I really wasn't expecting it to be this bright, but this is where the vinyl really works in this figure's favor. It just really helps. Now there are a few things that are kind of weird. This Pikachu almost looks a little bit demonic because the white in his eyes is not showing and the tips of his ears aren't showing, and it's because of the black paint. It doesn't really allow for light to shine through it all that much, so it's just a little weird. Outside of that though, this thing it's so bright. I just wasn't expecting it to be this bright, so I really appreciate that ThinkGeek really knows their stuff when it comes to making these light up characters. They just did a really good job. I would like to see ThinkGeek try their hand at doing some more Pokemon like this. I definitely would like a Charizard or a Squirtle or a Bulbasaur. Maybe they don't make as much sense as the flashing Pikachu does, but it's very cool. And I just really like the functionality of this thing. It does have that 10-minute auto turn off, which is really good for conserving the battery life. But guys, let's do some more comparison time. Let's bring out a couple Pixel Pals and a couple Paladin products real quick, okay? Alright guys, so what I put out on the table is the 8-bit PDP Pixel Pals line. So we have the 8-bit Mario from Super Mario Bros. 1, we have the 8-bit Link from The Legend of Zelda, and then we have the Paladin Mini question block light. Decided to go for the mini version this time just because it's a little bit of a newer product and I wanted to showcase that a little bit more. And take a look at how these products look side by side. As you can see, the Pixel Pals are the brightest of the 4 objects on the table, and it makes sense. They're pretty much clear, and then they have this felt material in the background. Now what I really want to point out is how bad the Link looks in comparison to the Mario, the Pikachu, and the Paladin question block light. It shows how that felt material, if they don't get the coloring just right, can ultimately fail. But among the Pixel Pals and the Paladin light, the Pikachu light looks a little dimmer. You know, by itself it looks really bright, but when you put it next to these other lights, it just doesn't do the job as well as I thought it would. And that's kind of weird because I don't think PDP necessarily gets it right with the Pixel Pals because of the quality control issues like I was just saying. It's just a weird place to be. I really like the design of the ThinkGeek light up Pikachu, but when you stack it next to these products, it's just not as bright, and that puts it in a really weird place for me. But I still love it despite this glaring inadequacy compared to the other products. Alright guys, it is score time. My favorite time. Why? Because I get to tell you whether or not something is actually worth your hard-earned money. So let's go ahead and start with the price. This thing is retailing at $14.99 at ThinkGeek stores, ThinkGeek.com, and GameStop and GameStop.com. So it's not more expensive than a Pixel Pal, literally the same price. So price-wise, I think it fits into most people's budgets. If you're gonna buy little things like this, if you're already spending the money on Pixel Pals, you know, I don't see any harm in foregoing, you know, one of the many Mega Man body Pixel Pals so that you can get this ThinkGeek light up Pikachu. As far as its appearance is concerned, this thing looks great. It really does. It looks exactly like Pikachu, and this is a very adorable pose. Pikachu's got that big old grin. His eyes look great. His ears, you know, he's got one cocked back and one pointed straight up. Looks great. Pikachu looks happy. Love the appearance of this. And the quality of its build is also really good. It's done in vinyl, not a hard plastic like the Paladin products or the PDP Pixel Pals. So it's gonna stand out as far as its build is concerned. Moving on to its functionality, when the Pikachu is by itself, it looks really bright, but when you put it next to the Paladin products and the PvP Pixel Pals, it doesn't look so bright, which is kind of a hindrance. I expected it to stand out a little bit more as far as its functionality is concerned. Now, what I've given PvP and recently Paladin a lot of shit for over the past few reviews is the fact that they've moved to batteries instead of having like a micro USB option. Now, I really want to get mad at this product for also using batteries, but there's a caveat. While this product does use batteries, and it uses batteries that I've never even heard of until today, it does have a specific feature that after 10 minutes of being lit, it will auto power down. Now, this could be a good or a bad thing depending on how you intend to use this product. Now, with the Pixel Pals, I've gotten very used to turning them off when I'm done doing what I'm doing in my game room, which is a shame because if I had that micro USB option, I could just leave them on all night, but I don't have that option. Again, I would like to keep this product turned on all night, but I don't have that option because of the batteries, and battery life will eventually become a factor. But with this product, because it will auto power down, it'll become less of a factor. But at the same time, I don't want to be turning this thing on every 10 minutes, so that's kind of a hindrance for it. And as far as batteries are concerned, like I said, this uses batteries that I never heard of until today. I actually had to look it up. But they're basically like watch-sized batteries. So here it is. It takes 3 LR44 button cell batteries. Now, they do come with the product, which is great because Pixel Pals aren't even putting the batteries in the boxes anymore. They only did that for wave 1, so it is what it is there. Like I said, I looked up the price of these batteries for this light up Pikachu. They are really expensive for these tiny batteries. So it's really in the product's benefit that it does power down after 10 minutes. So there's a little bit of give and take. So while I'm frustrated that it uses batteries and doesn't have that micro USB option, at least they came up with a solution to kind of keep the battery life at its maximum potential by having that auto power down function. So guys, for its appearance, I'm going to give the product a perfect 10 because it looks like Pikachu and the product quality is really great, and they just did a phenomenal job of capturing the essence of Pikachu. As far as its functionality is concerned, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give it an 8 because while I do like the fact that it does have the auto power down function, it still takes batteries. So I mean, that says a lot about the product, that all these light up characters don't come with micro USB, and it's kind of a real bummer. And the fact that this thing is going to take more expensive batteries than the batteries that you have to buy for the Pixel Pals, which are the AAA, that's a huge pain in the butt, because eventually the more you use this product, the more batteries you're going to buy, and eventually you spend more money on batteries than you're spending on the product itself. I haven't bought this many batteries since the original Game Boy, and I was a kid when the Game Boy came out, like back in like 1989, and I'm 33 now, and I'm spending more money on batteries than I have since those days, which is kind of a hassle. So we give it a 10 for its appearance, we give it an 8 for its functionality. Its final score is going to be a 9 out of 10. That's a really, really good score. So it's definitely going to get our official Nintendo Power Zone seal of quality. I highly recommend this product if you love Pokemon, if you like the Pixel Pals line, or you like the Paladin products. This is a great addition to that collection, but keep in mind, you're gonna want to keep this thing a little bit further away from those products because it's not quite as bright, so it won't shine. There's not enough shine to go around apparently. That being said, though, I'm glad it's in my collection. We gave it the official Nintendo Power Zone seal of quality. I highly recommend this for any hardcore Pokemon fan or any Nintendo fan that just wants to add some life to their game room. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna let you go, but before I do, there's just a little bit of housekeeping I gotta get done. So for the time being, this is going to be the season finale of Nintendo Power Zone unboxing. we're gonna go on a little brief hiatus. As you guys should know, if you've been paying attention to the podcast, Mario After Party has left the podcast to pursue other projects, and with him, going on to do those things, and we wish him the best of luck, by the way. There's no animosity here, guys. Don't get it twisted. But with him being gone, I have to, find a new direction for the podcast, and I have a perfect plan in mind. If you guys listen to the episode, you know that I have a plan in place. I'm actively working on that plan, so for the time being, I'm just gonna have to, put the unboxings on hold. Doesn't mean I'm gonna stop collecting, guys. Obviously, this is a never-ending pursuit, and I really love doing the unboxings for you guys. But we're just gonna have to take a minor break, and when we come back, we'll be back with Season 3 of Nintendo Power Zone unboxing, and we just hope that there's a lot more awesome Nintendo products. The maximum time I think we're gonna be off the air with unboxing is about a month, but that'll give us a lot of time to collect a bunch of stuff and maybe build a backlog of videos so that they can come out at their regularly scheduled time. But that's it, guys. There's not a whole lot else that I'm focusing on other than the podcast. I have to make that my priority because, like I said, we are making we're making big moves. We're looking for a new direction for the podcast, and I just need to make sure that the podcast is well taken care of before I continue to do all the other projects that we do here at the Nintendo Power Zone. But guys, now it is really time for me to go ahead and get out of your hair. But before I do, social media links. You can hit me up on Twitter at Nice1983. You can email me at nice1983@gmail.com. You can hit me up on Facebook, facebook.com/Nintendo Power Zone. If you're a fan of the Nintendo Power Zone podcast, you can always download new episodes on iTunes, Google Play Music, stream new episodes on Stitcher Radio. But if you want to watch the live version of the show, you can catch us right here on YouTube, youtube.com/user/thearticle, THAARTICLE. And guys, that's gonna be it. Thank you so much for watching, and watch out for Amiibo Hunters on the prowl. Deuces.